Aloha and welcome to Blossom Inner Wellness. I'm Michelle Melendez. I want to give you some insights into really empowering you in 2021. Happy New Year. Thank God that 2020 is over, right? That was a nuts year and it's exactly the way it's supposed to be. Let me just explain something. You were not born to go to school, get a job, get a family, do your career, live in a white picket fence, have the boat and the car. And also, that's not why you're here. These material things, this consumerism that we have been programmed to follow, to desire, that's not why we're here. We're here for the emotional expansion of trauma that has lived inside of our bodies from our past lineage, from everything we experienced in our past, to emotionally expand and integrate that trauma back into the light and love of infinite creator that lives inside every cell of our body. That's why we're here. We're here to help the world emotionally expand through this time. If you are watching this video, you are among one of the bravest souls that ever was born, ever on the planet. And you know this on a deeper level. You know that you're not meant here, not meant to be on the earth just to go to school, go to college, get your career, get your degrees, get married and do all this stuff. It's like, why has it been so hard? Why have there been so many challenges? Why is there trauma that has stayed in the body? The body remembers everything you have ever gone through. Your emotions are literally records of your history, your past. That's what your emotions are. That's why when a song comes up, it reminds you of something, all of a sudden your heart opens up. Or you're like, oh, this reminds me of that one person I don't like, or this reminds me of that one time that I had, it was amazing. Because your emotions are memories. They're remembering when that particular thing happened that that triggered the senses in your body, that created a record of what you've gone through. So why you are here on the planet, being an amazing human being at this challenging time. Let me tell you something. This triggered me. This 2020 totally triggered me. And anger and frustration and worry and fear and anxiety and sleepless nights, all of it. I experienced it all. And now I have an excitement I had before in the knowingness that our future is bright. Our future is brighter than we could ever possibly imagine. And the systems that I have lived in, that you have lived in, all of our lives are breaking down, and they have to break down. They have to. They have to break down, because that's not who we truly are, how we're truly supposed to live. We're not supposed to live in consumerism. We're not supposed to live in nitpicking our bodies and thinking, oh, this needs to be better. This needs to be fixed. I need to fix this about myself because I'm not good enough the way that I am, or I want to look a certain way. I want to look like that woman on the magazine, or why is the weight loss industry a $1 trillion industry? Because they're constantly selling you stuff and selling you the idea that there's something wrong with you and there's something to fix about you. But there's not. What there is to fix is only integration of your trauma back into the wholeness of who you are. And when that happens, you experience an amazing amount of peace. Why is it that multimillionaires, some multimillionaires, are miserable? Yet we have been trained and conditioned to believe that money makes you happy. Why is that? Why is it that people who get the gold ring or get the brass ring aren't, all of a sudden they're just realizing that they're not happy? People who win the lottery, who end up losing it all in a year or so, because it doesn't make them happy, because that's not why you were born. You are the answered prayer of your ancestors. You are meant to integrate all of the trauma that you have ever had in your life and integrate it back into the light and the love of the infinite creator of all that is moving the sun slowly across the sky right now, that is running the tides in the ocean. Your heart is beating right now without a to-do list on your part. It has been beating since before you were born. Your heart was the very first organ created in your body. Your heart has 40,000 neurons. It remembers and it learns. Your heart, when your heart opens up and you integrate back into the light and love of God, the frequency of the Creator, the infinite intelligence of all that is, and you integrate all of who you are, which we'll do in a moment. I'm going to give you a practice to do this. You experience a peace that you've never had, and that will empower you to go through 2021 in a more empowered way, and learning that what is happening and what is coming is supposed to happen. The breakdown of all of our systems in the government, in the society, that's exactly the way it's supposed to go down. So how can you go through this time in a more grounded way, in a way that empowers you? It is through integration of everything you've gone through. And I'm going to be doing a workshop this next Sunday called Empowerment, Healing, and Integration Workshop that integrates all of your trauma, or much of it, back into all of who you are, the source and light of God that lives inside of you. Every single cell of your body, every single cell of your body, there's enough information holographically to recreate the entire universe. You can literally line up with anything that you want. The infinite field of all possibilities lives inside of the cells of your body. Nassim Haramein, one of the most amazing physicists who actually lived on Kauai. I'm on the big island of Hawaii. He lived on Kauai. He found the one thing that connects all of us, which is in what's called the Planck scale, which is basically the empty space that we live in is not empty. It literally is a frequency that is in every cell of our body, and in holographically, every single ounce of empty space also has within it enough information holographically to recreate the entire universe. Same thing with the cells of your body. So did you know that you were meant to be here exactly at the location on Earth that you were born in? Because the planets also, when you were born, have a certain frequency that started to create your personality. You were meant to be born who you're meant to be, the parents you're born to, and you were meant to experience everything you experienced. What if on a higher level, your soul knew what you were going to experience? And it said, I'm going to go through that, because when I integrate the trauma that I will experience in that lifetime, in this lifetime, it will help to elevate the frequency of the planet, and it will help humanity return to the light and love and source of God. It will help humanity emotionally expand toward peace and freedom, and that's where we're headed. There's going to be a breakdown. It's going to probably look a lot scarier than we've ever had, but peace is coming. Peace is coming. So here's what you can do. And this does take practice, and I am doing a workshop this Sunday. Look at the link below on this work. So if this calls to you, please join me. You can join me from anywhere in the world, and you get the recording. So I just want you to drop in with your body. Oh, and why is it that everything of consumerism, all of the things we've been taught, is outside? Look outside of yourself to make yourself happy. Buy this car, put on this makeup, wear these certain type of clothes to make yourself happy, be this size to make yourself happy. It's all of outside, but literally peace is inside. Peace is inside of your body, not outside. That's why we close our eyes. That's why we drop in. The Buddha knew this. Jesus knew this. You know this. When you drop in and close your eyes and go within, that's where you find your peace. That's where you find your empowerment. That's where you find your strength. So let's do that. I'm going to give you a practice of integration of fear. Let's integrate fear, because this last 2020 has a lot of fear. People are still living in fear because of it. And we don't have to. We do not have to. So go ahead and close your eyes. Drop into your body. Notice you just took a breath. Notice your body is breathing itself. Notice your heart rate is beating. Notice your body is just sitting in stillness, or maybe you're lying down. Notice you just took another breath. And give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to, in this moment, completely let everything in your life be okay just the way that it is. That there's nothing to fix. There's nothing right or wrong or good or bad. That this is the experience you're having, even if it sucks. This is the experience. Take a deep breath and exhale with a sigh. And now I want you to notice, where does fear live in your body? When you're afraid, where do you feel that the most? For me, I feel it in my belly. So you're going to put your hands wherever you feel that fear. And I want you to notice this last year, in all or the many times you were afraid. And I want you to inhale with each of your inhales. Inhale into that area of your body and let it expand. Let the breath expand the vibrational frequency, the emotion, and let that feeling expand through the limbs of your body and throughout your body. I want you to picture in your mind's eye all the times that you were afraid. And you woke up from you couldn't have a restful sleep. Maybe your legs were kicking. You were tossing and turning, anxious, anxiety. Going to the store with your mask on, feeling afraid. Afraid of your neighbors, afraid of your family members possibly. Afraid to go to work, whatever it was, just let yourself see those pictures in your mind's eye and don't try to fix them or make them right or wrong or good or bad. Notice your human experience in the frequency and the emotion of fear. And let it be okay that it's there. Just recognize that it was there this past year. Breathing into it full-heartedly with a Buddha belly, opening up your body with your inhale breath. Expand the fear throughout your body. And as you do that, notice the human experience. The human experience of not being able to sleep, the human experience of feeling anxiety, and what thought patterns that created in your mind, the conversations that you ended up having because of that fear, the conversations that you had with yourself because of that fear. Just notice that that's a human experience that you had in the year 2020. And acknowledge it without trying to fix it. What if there's nothing to fix about that experience? What if that experience is the exact experience that you were meant to have at that particular time in history? And what if you could just let it be okay? Breathe fully into it. And when you fully expand that frequency, that emotion, you're going to feel it start to go outside of the body and start to dissolve. If you fully acknowledge it, using your breath, the breath of God, you're literally breathing into your body holographically enough information again to recreate the entire universe. You are breathing in so much power into the body from this empty space, and you're expanding it in throughout your body. Now see how you did 2020, how you experienced 2020. And don't try to fix it. There's nothing to fix about it. It's in the past now. Just acknowledge it. Don't make it right or wrong or good or bad. That was your experience in 2020. That was your human experience, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. There was an experience that you had that created thoughts, behaviors, patterns, and experiences that you had. And just acknowledge them. Acknowledge that that was you. That was part of your personality, became part of your personality in 2020. And let it be okay to be you. Acknowledge who you are without trying to fix any part of yourself, because sister, brother, there's nothing to fix. You are meant to be here. You are meant to be here with your personality, the exact personality that you have right here, right now, and there's nothing to fix about you. Breathe into that with your full breath. Can you give yourself permission to let go of the need to make yourself wrong? Try to fix anything about yourself. There's nothing to fix. There's only expansion. And now looking and feeling into 2021. 2021, the year of change of everything. The year where systems will break down and new systems that bring us more freedom and more peace than we can ever possibly imagine are coming forth. Can you give yourself permission to allow yourself to experience 2021 from a heart of trusting that everything is working out for your highest good, no matter what it looks like on the outside? Can you give yourself permission to be you without trying to fix yourself? Can you give yourself permission to be brave and knowing that you are always kept safe, and knowing that the light and love of the infinite creator lives in every cell of your body? Can you give yourself permission to find peace no matter what you see on the news, and even turning the news off for the first month of this amazing year would be amazing. Breathe into your body. Give yourself permission to feel peace. Give yourself permission to feel safe. Give yourself permission to feel empowered, being exactly who you are, that you were meant to be here at this time in history. Exactly you. That the only person that could be born from your parents at that particular time in history was you. You are a miracle, and you are now giving yourself permission to trust in the same power that is beating your heart and breathing your body and moving the sun across the sky, moving the tides in the ocean, growing the plants in the soil. The same power that inspires and entices a bumblebee to find its next flower is leading and guiding you, that it's not a mistake you're listening to this, and that you will always be guided to what you need next. Breathing into and giving yourself full permission to be a human being at this chaotic time right now that is an absolutely perfect time, and it is absolutely perfect in the chaos. Can you give yourself permission to trust in this one infinite creator, to find peace and safety in your heart? and find full acceptance for who you are and all you've been through, especially the fear. Breathe into this human experience at this particular time. Breathe into your body, coming back into the room, wiggling your toes and your fingers. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. I honor you so much. I love you so much. I know that this has not been easy and it will still get chaotic, but we've got this. Each one of us, you were meant to be here at this time in history. I was meant to be here at this time in history. Every single one of us has our part. When you walk into a room, you literally change the field, the frequency in the space because of who you are. You are meant to be here at this time in history. Your frequency of who you are changes the world for the better. Every time you empower yourself, every single time you fully let yourself be okay to be you, you make the world a better place. You're having a human experience, even through the sadness, the anger, the frustration, the fear, all of it is a human experience. That's why we're here. We're here for the human experience. We're here for the human journey. We're not here for the pensions. We're not here for the multi-million-dollar houses. That's not why we're here. We're here for the emotional journey of expansion, of integrating all of our past trauma back into the light and love of infinite creator, finding our strength, our self-confidence through knowing that we are each meant to be here, through knowing that it's not a mistake, that you are here exactly who you are in full self-acceptance. What would your life be like if you fully accepted everything about yourself and you let it be okay to be you? Again, I'm doing an empowerment, integration, and healing workshop this Sunday. The link is below. I so love you and honor you because you're a sister and brother with me here on the earth plane right now. And it's an amazing time to be alive. Something is coming that is going to bring us so much freedom and so much light and so much love. And we can't even fathom what that looks like. I love you. And you've got this. You've got this. Much aloha.